Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be carrying on with this picture from Hanna karlzon. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in and we'll get started. So the first colour that we're going to go in with is 016. So this is like a lightish pink colour, and I'm going to make a start on this flower here. So I'm just going to focus this colour down here on the bottom section of this flower. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some colour in here, and I'm going to use more pressure down here so that we get a bit more of a vibrant colour. And then I'm going to lift the pressure as we come up towards the middle of the leaf. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for all the other petals. Next, going in with 014, we're going to go ahead and start adding some colour to the top parts of these petals. So I'm going to go ahead and go over where we left the lighter pink and just blend this together. So I'm just using light pressure here just to get a bit more colour down on there. And then what you want to do is go back in with your pink, so 016, and just go over where we've blended the purple together again, just to make this transition a little less obvious. And then I'm going to go back in with 014 and start to darken up this top edge here. And as I come over the pink, I'm just lifting the pressure ever so slightly. And then if you want a bit more pink, you can just go back in with the pink and just go over the purple a bit as well. And that should just blend that all together. So that's the first one done. So I'll carry on and do the same for the rest. So I'm going to go back in with the pink 016 and go over where we've blended these two colours together. And then back in with 014 to darken up the edges. Next, going in with 091, this is like an orangey yellow colour. We're going to go ahead and fill in the middle part of the flower. And I'm also going to fill in these little dots here. Next, taking 020, which is quite a lighter brown colour, we're going to go ahead and fill in this bit that's around the yellow that we've just put in. So I'm just using light pressure for this because I just want to get a little bit of a brown tone on there. Then going back in with 091, I'm going to go ahead and go over the brown that we just put in to make it a little bit more orangey. So you can just use normal pressure for this part and just blend it all together. And then for these little baby leaves, I think I'll do them the same as the big petals. So we'll just add a little bit of pink in the bottom. And then go ahead and fill the tops in with the purple. So next, going in with 023, this is a little bit of a darker brown. I'm just going to go ahead and darken up a few places on this bit that we've left here because it's not quite dark enough. So I'm just going to go round the very centre and darken that up a little bit. And then I think I'll just take where she's put these lines and just join them to the outer edges. Okay, so next we're going to make a start on this little chimney, and I've chosen 065, so this is quite a light grey colour. And I'm going to go ahead and do a base coat on this top bit here because I want to make this look a little bit metallic-y. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in. Next, take in 074, so this is more of like a bluey grey colour. I'm going to go ahead and add some shade into this. So I'm going to shade under here where this would be a little bit darker. And then I'm going to start to shade around the edges. So where we've got like the lines, I'm going to sort of follow them round and just add a little bit more definition to them. So next, going in with 027, so this is like a really darker grey colour. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the little sort of like nails on top of there. So I'm just going to fill them in completely. And I think I'm going to use this colour just to add a little bit more shade under here, just to darken that up a little bit more. Okay, and I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to leave that as it is for the moment because I don't want to fill in this bit here until I've filled in this bit, because whatever colour I do this part of the mushroom, I'll do the same for this. So we'll wait to do that after. So I think we're going to move on to this little bit of sky that we can see in the top in the background. So next, going in with 037. We're going to go ahead and start on the sky in the background. So I want it to be like a daytime sky, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this colour to fill in this space back here. And then if we want to add some clouds or anything like that, we can do it with the Posca pen after. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in. Okay guys, so next going in with 038, which is a bit of a lighter blue. I'm going to go ahead and add like a little bit of a reflection onto the edge of the mushroom here. So I'm just going to use light pressure and I'm just going to add a little bit of this lighter blue colour just right up against the edges here where we would have a little bit of the colour reflecting onto the mushroom. So I'll go ahead and do the same over here. And I'm going to go over these as well, just with light pressure, just to add a little bit of blue onto them, like so. And we're going to do the same for this side. So again, you just want to use light pressure, and I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of a blue tint onto here. Okay, so next taking 057, which is like a really light green colour. We're going to go ahead and start making a star on the top of the mushroom. So I'll zoom you in and we'll start in this corner here where we added the light blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the dots on there because I'm going to do them a different colour. But I'm just going to start to go over where we added the light blue. And I'm only using light pressure here. So I'm just going over where I left the light blue and then just bringing the colour out a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see this, it's quite light. There you go, you can see that a little bit better now. So that's what I'm doing, just sort of going over the blue and then bringing the colour out. Because this is going to be the lightest part here where the light's catching the top of the mushroom. Just go ahead and darken this up a little bit. And then I'm just going to lift the pressure as I come away to help blend it. So next we're going to go in with 056. So this is like a slightly darker greeny bluey colour. And I'm going to start to see if we can blend these two colours together. So I'm just going to do light pressure and just sort of go over where we left the lighter pressure of the lighter colour and just sort of see how they work together. Okay, they seem to be blending together quite nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and carry on doing this where we've left all the lighter pressure of this lighter green. So I'm just adding a little bit of this darker colour on top. So I'll go back in with 057, which was our lightest colour, and I'm just going to go ahead and go over where we've added the darker colour just to really blend that together nicely so that we don't have any sort of harsh lines. So I'm just going to use a bit more pressure here and just go over this. And then we can start to darken up with 056. So we can start to add a little bit more pressure. I'm going to do the same on this side, so I'm going to start to bring the colour down. So we're going to take this colour to about level with the windowsill, and then I'm going to start to darken it up into a different colour. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start to lift the pressure, so we still get some colour but it's not as much pressure, and then when we come to blend it with the darker colour it'll be a lot easier. And then you just want to try and get rid of this harsh line here, so just add a little bit more pressure in some places, just to make sure that it's not like a straight line. So what I'm going to do is sort of bring this colour all the way along the middle, so I'll probably take it to about here. So if I add some light pressure here and just do like an outline, and then I'll know not to take it past that point. There you go, so you can see where I've done that. And then for the bottom section, I want to start to blend it out about here. So I'll go ahead and just add like a little marker as to where I'm going to take this colour. So now with 0.56, I'm going to go ahead and fill in this area here. So again, I'll use normal pressure here, and then when I come to this line that I've done, I'll start to lift off the pressure. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with 0.57, and I'm going to do the same what we did for this corner. So I'm going to start to add this colour over where we put the blue, and then bring this colour out. So now I'm just going to start to lighten the pressure here and bring this colour out a little bit more to meet the darker colour that we added. So I'm just taking it over the darker colour. So as you can see there, it's blended together quite well. So going back in with 0.56, I'm going to start adding some more of the darker colour on this side to start to blend this out a bit better. So I'm going to start by darkening up here around the ladybug. And do inside there as well. So I'm going to take this all the way around his little antenna and darken that up. So I'm just using normal pressure here. And then I'm going to start to lift the pressure here as we come back in to the lighter colour. So over here you can just use normal pressure because we're away from where we were blending. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this section here completely. And then here I'm just going to start to lift the pressure so that when we come to blend it into the next colour it won't be as difficult. Okay, so I think we'll leave that there and we'll move back over to this section. So going back in with 0.57, the lighter colour, we're going to carry on filling this bit in. So I'm just going to make sure that I haven't missed anywhere. And I'm just going to go over where we added the darker line just to make sure that this is all blended in nicely. And then I'm going to use this to fill in all of this section here. So I want the lighter part to come down to about here, I think. So just start to lift the pressure here so that when you come to work in the next colour it'll be a little bit easier to blend together. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this gap that we've got here. Okay, so going back in with our darker colour, which was 0.56, I'm going to start to blend this bit here where we've left the lighter colour. So again, I'm just going to go over with lighter pressure and just take it over where we did the light green. So I'll do the same for this part here. So just light pressure. And then going back in with 0.57, we're going to go over where we added that light pressure and really blend this together. And now we can go in with 0.56 and just go ahead and start darkening this up. And then here I'm going to start to lift the pressure so that we can blend it into the darker colour a little bit easier, because I'm going to do this bit down here darker. Okay guys, so that's how it's looking so far, and I think I'm going to leave this video here, and then next time when we come back we can use the darker colour to finish off the bottom of the mushroom. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.